So I'm Jess. I started looking, I'd always been interested in reflexology, and I was at a point in my life where I had lost my dad fairly recently and I was grieving. I also was perimenopausal, still am perimenopausal, which manifested itself very much in cognitive symptoms, anxiety, feeling stressed for no reason. I'd normally breezed through things in the past and all of a sudden I couldn't breeze through anymore. And just other life stuff, children doing exams, etc. And I just felt like I wasn't coping anymore. What I didn't want to do was go to the GP and for them to say, take antidepressants, because that wasn't a route I wanted to go down. I'd always been interested in reflexology, love having my feet touched. So I just started searching, came across Heather's website. My children bought me a voucher from her website for my birthday, and it went from there. So I made an appointment and came and saw Heather for the first time. So I arrived and obviously met Heather, and she just has this really calming aura about her. She's very open, very friendly, but just has a really calming demeanour about her. And I instantly wanted to talk to her and tell her everything. I cried a lot, and basically told her everything about how I was feeling, everything about just the difficulties I was navigating in my life. And she just made me feel instantly much calmer. And one thing she said to me, and it really resonated with me at the time and it stays with me today, is that you can't pour from an empty cup. So I was busy running around trying to look after everybody else, my bereaved mum, my family, etc. And I wasn't looking after myself, and nobody else was looking after me. And that was what I took from that I'm so busy pouring myself into everybody else and making sure everybody else is getting through life, and I wasn't looking after myself. And then we went into the treatment and just felt great afterwards and couldn't wait to then rebook and come back. It was never about physical stuff for me. I'm pretty active and fit and go to the gym, etc., walk the dogs and do all of these other sorts of things to look after my physical health. But I felt, obviously losing my dad, it had been a long battle with Parkinson's that we'd supported him through, and then kind of menopausal sort of time of my life as well just completely derailed me emotionally. And I'd never really been in that kind of situation before emotionally. I'd always just breezed on through and just got on with stuff. But I didn't feel able to do that anymore. I needed a bit of help. It's not a treatment where you actually sometimes even feel Heather touching your feet. Her touch is incredibly light when it needs to be, but also she obviously goes deeper on your feet when she needs to as well. It's never uncomfortable. It's always a pleasant experience. There's been many times I've fallen asleep, which would say to me that I obviously find it very relaxing. And what's lovely is before the start of each treatment, Heather and I have a chat and a conversation about how I'm feeling, where I am in my cycle, if there's been anything going on at home or, in my life that we need to address, how my sleep is, etc. And we can tailor the treatment to, if my sleep's disturbed, Heather will work on sleep. If my hormones are a bit, not quite right, she can work on that. So it's perfectly tailored to you. Or if I arrive and I'm like, everything's brilliant, we'll just do an overall wellbeing kind of just come and have a lovely treatment. I feel like she's given me back kind of my ability to just keep moving forwards and an ability to know when I need to look after myself more. I can feel it more now. Don't just think I'm feeling a bit out of sorts today, kind of think, actually maybe it's time for me to have another treatment. Or it just has made me made me feel calmer in myself and made me feel more able just to keep moving forward and coping with the things that I feel more able to cope with the things that life throws my way now.